We're live.
We're live?
We're live.
Well,
And welcome
back. Welcome back, everyone. We've been off for a while, and I know a lot of you have asked, what's the schedule for these tie-offs? And we don't have a schedule. We decide them one at a time because all four of us are involved in the fly fishing business, and we're traveling and going to shows and doing presentations and working, doing the fun stuff. So we don't have a regular schedule, but we will try to let you know a bit more ahead of time than this one in the future. Maybe, hopefully a week, right, Davis? Maybe a week ahead of time. Yeah.
Well, this is going to take a full week to tie this fly, so.
Yeah.
Hey,
thanks,
Cheech.
It's
my choice. And when we were going back and forth via email, these were my exact words. I said, hey, let me think about the fly real quick, because I know you guys don't want to tie a Flexo Crab. And Rosenbauer piped back. He's like, what do you think, we can't tie a Flexo Crab? So here we are. That's my Rosenbauer voice.
I know, and I should have kept my mouth shut because I hate the Flexo Crab. I don't hate it. It's a great fly. I don't like tying them. But it will be a struggle for me, boys. So
well, as always, as we get to the latter part of the stream, we're going to drop, or at the end of the stream, we're going to drop a poll in the comments, and be sure to stick around so you can vote who the winner of the tie-off is. If you're just joining us for the first time, these three characters here are going to tie the Flexo Crab, and it's your job as the viewer to vote for your favorite fly, the fly you think was tied the best, or maybe your favorite tire. So stick around to the end. This one's going to be fun and entertaining. And without further ado, who goes first?
Oh, Cheech is going first. He picked.
Cheech is going first. Yeah,
they're making me go first. You know what? I'm not scared at all. So first of all, shout out to our good buddy Alec Gerbeck. I went saltwater fishing once, and I wanted to take some of these, so I reached out to him, and he said there was an awesome tutorial on the Anglers All channel on YouTube. So I went to that, checked it out, asked Alex some questions, and that's hopefully what it turns out like. So I have a Gamakatsu SL12S 2-aught in the vise.
2-aught.
Make it easy, Cheech.
Oh, wow.
You guys, if you follow recipes, you'll know.
This
is the one.
Eating size crab. Jeez.
Yeah, really.
I know. Well, that's the thing is, this is a permit fly, boys. So anyway, long story short, that's the preferred size that old Alec told me to tie. So that's what I do.
I feel you, Tom.
None of us are going to the Seychelles.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to like Cape Cod and bone fishing.
Okay. I hope that's the only bad excuse we get today for this fly. All right.
Oh, no, there'll be lots.
Yeah.
There will be a lot more. All right. So right in the middle of this fly, I'm going to add barbell eye. This is a really small one, but it's tungsten. So it reduces bulk and adds weight right where you want it. You don't need a really big fly. And then it also makes it easier to thread the legs through because it's not in the way. Anyway.
I bet that's a fulling mill tungsten eye.
It sure is. It is a fulling mill tungsten eye. They're awesome.
They are. That's what I'm going to use.
And the one reason why you would use tungsten instead of lead as well is because when these fish eat, they have crushers. If you have lead in there, those crushers will just ruin your fly. So even if your fly stays put, but if your eye breaks off of this fly, it's toast. You can't use it ever again because it won't ride correctly. So tungsten won't do that. That's why I'm using tungsten on it. If you wanted lighter flies, obviously you'd use something else. And I'm going to take my thread and just run it to the back. Would you like me to keep going?
Yeah, why don't you do that? Why don't you do the whole
first step of the old tubing?
What do you think, Timmy?
Go ahead. I want to see this.
All right. Well, this is actually not too hard of a step. I won't take too long doing this. So what I have here is I've got the whole thing, right? I haven't cut it. If you pre-cut this, it kind of separates. So I leave it together with my thread almost a little bit down the bend here. I'm just going to put this over the top, and I'm going to pinch it right here with my offhand and just make kind of a few kind of touching turns right there. And I can't move my finger right now. Sorry, guys, because I'm going to throw on some super glue right now. So super glue will go in there, and that kind of helps my thread stay in place. Okay. So after every turn, I'm going to replace my fingers just to reduce slipping, and I'm going to build up a bit of thread here. How are we looking on that side? I mean, you can take a long time cleaning these up, but we don't have a long time. To finish off, I'm just going to put some more super glue on my thread. Take my thread over here and cut it off with no whip finish or anything. Boom. That's it. I'm tied in. Who's next?
Go ahead, Tom.
Tim. No, Tim, you go.
All right.
I love it. This is why.
So I need some tips before I tie.
I'm a little behind with my cameras here. Let me just make sure I got everything up and going.
Yeah.
So there's that one. Got to get that in focus, I guess. And then this one, I'm going to use a more reasonable sized hook, I think. Same hook, Gammy SL12S, but in a size 2. I don't have a full fly shop at my disposal, so I'm using, they are painted lead eyes. I guess they're going to get broken in there and rattle around.
Will those eyes cry real tears like the ones you're crying right now?
Probably not. I'm using some of this new fulling mill thread that I really like. It's 210 flat, I think they call it. It's not twisted. And because of the video I watched online, I'm going to tie in 2 separate eyes. It's just because of the video. Is it Alec or Alex?
Alec.
That's what I thought. Anyway, in Alec's video, he tied in a second pair of bead chain orange eyes. And so I felt that there was something pretty important about orange eyes. And I didn't have any bead chain eyes. So I made my own little orange eyes with a piece of hard mono and just some little orange beads.
Very cool. Are those plastic beads that you have on there?
No, they're little brass beads. They're not tungsten. Cool. But plastic would work. What I thought was really kind of cool, maybe you can see it, is that burnt end goes in the little recessed cup on the back of the bead.
Yes, it sure does.
Yeah, it kind of snugs in there. And if you made them black, they'd look like little eyes, if you know what I mean. And so I'm just going to lock that one down on this pattern. Super glue, crazy glue, whatever it is your friend. It holds everything together. And to me, it's part of the genius of this pattern. It is just the way the super glue interacts with the different materials and really holds them fast, like remarkably fast. So same thing down into the bend a little bit. Although I ended up getting this at a fly shop, it's from they told me it was from an electrical supply house. I don't think my tubing is anywhere near as big as Cheech's is in diameter. And so I was having all sorts of problems getting it fed over those eyes it was splaying. And although that doesn't look too bad. That
we don't mind if you have problems.
I'll bet mine's the same diameter as that one, Timbo.
You think so?
Mine's 1/4 inch.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this is, actually.
That looks good, though.
But it is absolutely key to get some super glue, because what you don't want to have happen, and I hope it won't happen to me because it's happened to me, is you go on the front of this guy and you try to push things back and everything runs down into the bend of the hook, which just stinks. If you know what I mean, the whole assembly pushes back.
Yep.
So I'm going to do just what Cheech did. Just a little bit of super glue on the thread and a few more wraps. And then no whip finish, just snip that off nice and close. Like that. And I think we're at the same spot then, right, Cheech? Pretty much.
Okay. So I am using a Fulling Mill FM 8010 universal saltwater hook. I'm not even sure this is on the market yet, but they're going to be shortly, and it's a nice standard heavy wire saltwater hook, and I like it. Now I'm using a size 4. I know it's a little harder to. Well, I know it's a little harder to tie on a 4, but the Flexo crabs that I don't find the big ones work very well. The fish tend to run from them.
What kind of fish are you throwing these at?
Striped bass, bonefish. No, I don't go to the Seychelles and eat things that'll crush lead eyes, you know. And
more crybabies. Holy moly!
I'm gonna
passing out old feelings.
And I like Uncle Cheech, I am going to use these tungsten streamer eyes.
Attaboy.
And then I'll show you the tubing. I'm gonna use a different tubing. I'm gonna use this desert camo tubing that I got from Hairline. You know, it's got a nice modeling to it, and I kind of like it for a crab fly. So just got some different coloration in it. So I'm going to use that desert camo tubing instead. And I am using a size, or I'm using 140 denier thread. Other camera, is that in focus? No. Okay. And so I'm going to start I'm going to use kind of an olivey tan thread because my body is kind of that color. And I'm going to, now I find that the reason these eyes roll is not because the eyes or the wraps roll, it's because the thread around the shank rolls. So before I put eyes on, I like to put a little super glue on the hook shank first, and then take a few turns. And now those eyes are not going to roll. And plus there's still enough on there so that when I put these eyes on,
it's Tom.
I hear some snickering in the background.
It's not me.
It's not me.
Tim, only laugh if you're a weirdo.
I hear some, and I can't see the camera. I hear some snickering in the background.
Must be somebody in the audience.
Yeah,
I think it's Joan.
Oh, maybe it's Joan, or maybe it's Brig.
Joan or Brig.
And then I'm gonna come back to the bend. Same way you guys did it, and put a little super glue on there first.
I need to get some of those eyes. They look good.
I think you could fish it just like that. It's called a big-eyed zebra midge.
There you go.
I know where you can get them too, Tim.
Yeah, I gotta make a call.
I just go downstairs.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. Freaking guy.
I have to drive to New Hampshire to get mine. And then I'm going to cut a piece of that beautiful desert camo, which nobody else is using because they're not smart enough.
It looks
I
like the
have
weave's
on
a
my
little
desk.
denser on that one. Am I wrong there? No, yeah, it's not
think
denser.
so. No, I don't
Yeah,
think so.
yeah, it
And
looks the
then-
same.
I have that color on my desk. I chose not to use it. I just wanted to stay true to pattern.
And I've got a little bit too much there. Sometimes, and I think it's important to put a bump of thread behind that thing so that it does not come back. And again, a little drop of super glue. This happens to be Fly Tires Z-Ment from Wapsie.
That's what I'm using as well. Love the stuff.
Yep.
Me
Plus,
too.
I had some super glue, but it was too thick.
Yeah.
It was old. And I'm going to whip finish. I'm going to whip finish on top of the glue. I know I probably don't have to, but I have a long reach whip finisher that I can get around that too.
The 18-inch arm. It's
Yeah.
called a gooseneck.
And 3 or 4 turns is fine.
Like an absolute wizard.
There we go. Okay. I think we're all looking pretty similar, which is very scary.
Yeah.
All looking similar. Don't worry, we have more steps for that.
We've got a couple questions coming in from the chat. For those
So
who are
no questions today. No questions.
no questions. Let's see. First question right here is are we waiting for Tom to glue his fingers to the fly?
That's what the laughter was about.
We had another question.
I didn't though, did I?
No.
Not yet.
The afternoon is early. We had a question come in from YouTube asking if you could use this to fish for carp.
You could.
Maybe in brackish water. You know what I've done? You know what I've done for carp? There's a place I fish where they eat clams, and I've cut all the legs off my Flexo crabs and just thrown a body to imitate a clam. It hasn't worked.
You know, my opinion on this fly is like it's a hard fly to tie. It's not one that you want to tie dozens and dozens of. So it's one of those flies that you tie for permit because it's okay if it gets smashed on such a hard to catch fish. Other than that, you know, you might want to choose different fly patterns that last a few more fish.
But I would say for striped bass on the flats here in New Jersey anyway, in the springtime, it looks more like, or the way I have mine colored, looks more like a calico or a lady crab than any that I've seen. And
Cool.
to me, it's much better than chucking one of those big heavy epoxy numbers.
Yeah,
I think
I found you need a 4 or a 6 for stripers.
Yeah, smaller.
I know they eat bigger crabs in real life, but they don't seem to eat the artificial bigger crabs.
Yeah,
for whatever reason. Neither do bonefish. They like the smaller ones. And I disagree with Branco flyfish. I don't think my eyes are too far back because I find if I put my eyes in the middle, I have more trouble threading the legs and things on.
It's true. It's almost no such thing as too far back on this fly.
Yeah. So I put them farther back on purpose.
Yep.
Well, I'll keep monitoring the questions as they come through. And for those who might be watching over on the Tightline video, be sure to drop the question in on the Orvis YouTube channel for us to be able to see it while the tie-off is going on. We just had one question come in. Given that the range is 2/0 to size 4, we're talking about serious size and weight. What minimum weight rod would you need to chuck this out?
I'd say minimum 8. This is a fly that isn't. You don't need a big rod for the fly. It's typically you need a small fly for a big fish. So I don't think that you're going to have any problem throwing this fly with an 8, 9, 10. You know, the stuff you would fish with for striped bass all the way to permit. So the size of the fly never is a restriction on this one. So it's not like you're going to have to get a big rod just to cast it.
I don't know. For that one you tied, they might have to get a 12.
I said what I said. I could throw this on a 5 weight.
Yeah,
it wouldn't be fun.
Yeah.
We'll keep the questions coming in. Really pretty cool. We're seeing some questions come in and some comments come in from France and Spain and Scotland and Germany.
Yeah.
I saw the one from Spain. Hola, hermano. ¿Cómo estás? So I'm just trying to get some votes at the end here.
All right. Well, Cheech, you're up.
We're up. Okay. So, and I will say that the SL12S, even though it is a 2/0, is a shorter shanked hook. So it's not like a giant like Gamakatsu B10S style 2/0 that's really big. So let's do this. I'm going to show you how to tie this in. This is a challenging part, and if you wouldn't have watched the video, this is a part that would be kind of tricky. So you can see through the mesh right here, and you can see that the eye of the point or the end of this hook is right there. Okay, so what I'm going to do is take my thread, I'm going to angle it toward me, and I'm going to put it right. Well, first of all, you need to wrap it around your finger. Okay.
Oh, you did watch the video, didn't you?
Yeah. So wrap it around your finger, and then I'm going to come around here, and I like to do 2 or 3 turns, and then your bobbin goes in your left hand, which is weird. And so as I pull, I'm going to push back. I'm going to push this little knot back behind the eye. You see how it kind of slides back and makes it bump out. Okay. Now, we don't want this to be too crazy bulky. So at this point, I'm just going to keep tension with the loose end. And I'm just going to tie this down and trim off my excess. So once I have this in, I don't want it to have a big belly. I want it to be wide and flat like a crab. So that's how I've shaped it, just like that. And then what I'm going to do is take some really sharp scissors, whatever you like, or little wire cutters, and you're just going to cut it off right there. Okay. So that's what, do you want me to keep going until I whip finish it, or do you want me to stop?
Yeah, keep going
Okay.
until you whip.
So once I'm here, I'm going to reinforce it with some super glue. I don't want that to slip around. I'm going to be yanking on this up here a fair bit. Okay. So super glue, but I don't want to build up a ton of thread wraps quite yet. So I'm going to push these back and just kind of get them out of the way and use some flush cutters. I have a collection of these at home because I build those stupid FPV drones because I don't have any dinosaurs to walk, so I need a hobby.
Okay.
Tom was making fun of me for flying drones, and I said I only fly FPV drones because I don't have any dinosaurs to walk. You didn't see that one?
No, yeah, I saw that one and I didn't get it. It went right over my head.
Well,
I don't know. Maybe
it's a tall joke. I don't know.
Oh, it's a tall joke. Okay.
No, it's just an old guy joke.
Yeah. Well, you're older than me.
That's true. All right, so here we go. There, I've trimmed those out. You can see I use the flush cutter to cut out the edges. You can use Tom Rosenbauer's favorite tool, the cautery, if you get any caught inside the eye. I don't think we have any haters there. And so now I am going to use just a hand whip finish. The reason why I'm using just a hand whip finish is because I'm going to super glue this like crazy. If I use a hand whip finish, I always make sure I reinforce with some sort of glue. So once I do that, boom, 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 and I'm glued in, ready for the next step. I'll probably flatten out the body again.
Cheech, why do you use a hand whip finish there? You could use a whip finish tool, right?
Well, mostly because I didn't want to reach down and grab one, and I was going to have to glue it anyway.
Okay.
That there really wasn't any rhyme or reason. It just saves a step if I'm going to have to super glue this around anyway. So
okay,
that's probably why I did it. Okay. Anyway, that's kind of the shape that I'm going for on this crab. Cool.
Very nice.
Are you guys ready to go to the next step?
I think so.
Okay.
So I'm up.
Yes, that mesh can be cauterized. I'm gonna.
Yeah, it melts great.
You do it.
All right, I have basically the same thing as Cheech. You want to, expand that mesh, and I watched the same video that Cheech watched, and had some difficulty with it. So kind of a little hack, I guess.
Do we need to switch the video? There we
go.
What?
There. Sorry. Here.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
So.
Oh.
That
I
way.
guess if you need it.
Yeah, if you need to do something like this, you've got to do something like this. But.
Is that a mesh eye holder tool?
Yeah, somebody carved it for him.
Actually, this is the first time I've used a toothpick, and I want to go wider than that. Sorry.
No, can't do it.
Because you got like 8 eyes in there. It's a crab, not a spider.
You know what? I'm going to go back to the original way that I did it. I'm going to use my dubbing needle.
That looks good.
Oh, very clever.
And this is where you don't want that rear segment to push back. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
This part scares me. Man, oh man. I want to get some super glue on there. This pattern requires like the gallon jar of super glue. And same thing, kind of crush that body a little bit. I do like mine maybe a little bit rounder.
It's easier with the giant hook that Cheech uses to get it rounder.
Yeah.
That's why he did it.
And I'm going to do the exact same thing. Going to cut. Cut those guys off. Get out of there.
Oh, you got the hater got you.
No.
Oh, that's bad.
That was tragic right there.
Hurry, glue it. Glue it.
I am.
You already glued it.
I'm going to glue it again. Just to be on the safe side. All right. In this part, I don't have any of those nifty side cutter. What are they? Side cutters?
Flush cutter or just electrical. I think you can get them for like $7 on Amazon.
Yeah.
So while the toothpick was cool, I think the cutters really might have been the tool of choice here, Mr.
Well, we're going to go for the old.
Those will work.
Toenail nippers. And then if I need to, I got to beat Rosenbauer to it this time.
That's going to be on our
Oh, it's not working. Oh, yeah, it is.
There it goes.
Boy, she took a
And
while.
you know, there's another benefit to doing this, Tim, because it fuses those ends. I've found that sometimes when you start to thread your legs, a piece of the mesh will come out if you're careful, and that helps fuse those ends and keeps them. Are you going to be able to get a tippet through that eye?
Yeah, barely.
a 6X maybe.
Here, let's
just put your cauterizer right in there, Tim.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
just go back a little further, buddy.
we're gonna we are gonna stop right there.
Oh boy,
so,
yeah, 6X.
Yeah, yep. So that's all I'm gonna do there. I am gonna still put some more super glue on there.
You do use it by the gallon.
Oh, well, I was kind of saying this at the beginning. I think one of the genius parts about this pattern is how well the super glue behaves with all the materials.
Oh, yeah.
And I know what people are going to say. They're going to say, like, with the legs, that super glue isn't going to hold that. It absolutely is.
Oh, yeah.
That it's kind of the genius of the pattern, is how well super glue holds everything in place.
Agreed.
Whew. That one was not pretty. Rosenbauer, you're up.
You haven't seen mine yet. All right.
Sorry, boys.
So, I don't get really fancy with the front end of things. I find the eye. There's the eye. It's a little harder to see with this material, but I can see that eye. And I go right over the eye, just kind of standard, thread starting. And then I push it back, of course.
This is stressful.
I know it is stressful. I hate this fly. And I cut it off first.
We got a pretty good comment came in from Instagram, and I thought it was a good one to share. Someone commented that Erin Hyde of She Ties Flies is the best they've ever seen at flies like this. So just wanted to throw out there for all the viewers, if you haven't followed her on Instagram, she's got some really incredible videos crafting, saltwater flies, crabs, a lot of really unique creations.
Yeah, I watched that one. That was really good. Now you'll notice that I'm still over the eye, right?
They're both using toenail clippers.
But I'm going to push this back more.
Ooh, I see.
And now I can come around in front. That loosened up a little bit. I can come around in front, flatten it. Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Oh, I shouldn't cut that with those good scissors.
Could the mesh be warmed up to make it easier to work with in the beginning? No, having it warm wouldn't help it, I don't think.
No, I don't think so either.
Let's give it a try.
Go ahead, put a lighter on it.
Just warm her up a tad.
I'm going to be putting a lighter to this before I'm done.
Actually, dude was right.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Does it melt them together on the end?
No, I mean if you just pass it over just a little bit, it makes it a good bit squishier. It's kind of risky though, I think.
Yeah, what I've
Yeah.
found is if you put too much heat on it, you're at real bad risk of just shriveling that whole thing.
Yeah, it
Maybe
kind of
maybe
it
a
does.
hairdryer, maybe a hairdryer or a heat gun.
Yeah, it doesn't form it naturally.
Yeah. And I think the more you maintain that, like those crisscrosses, the easier it is to thread the legs in. So
Yeah, exactly.
All right, that's as far as I'm going.
Tom, great job. It looks awesome. All right. So now comes the fun part. Okay, so this is all that is tied in on this fly. And here's my desk. So I made a little diagram that looks like this. And I like measured out the legs, the claw, and all that. So what I'm going to do first of all is I'm going to do these back legs.
Was that Baby Yoda at the bottom?
What's that?
It looks like Baby Yoda.
Oh,
at the
no,
bottom.
I just said like these, like those are the legs that are 45, and it says looks like a Weber grill. Sick. Just kind of reminds me. This is the top half of the fly, but I drew him a little bodybuilder guy on the bottom just because I was doodling. But anyway, those are the notes that I'll use when we do like a video for this. So I always do one of those for stuff. But this is where I have the measurements for the legs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to lay these down, and I'm going to cut 3 of these 45 millimeters. I have a little jig on my tying desk. This is the studio, so I had to bring the notes that I made. 45, and then if I just pinch it right here, run it over, I don't have to keep it straight on the table. All right, so I have a game changer tool, a little hack that maybe I didn't tell you guys about.
I wonder if this is the same one I'm using.
It's the leg puller.
I'm using the same thing, Cheech.
Yeah, it's awesome. So
They are.
Me too.
This is make it or break it for this pattern. So here's what we're going to do. The
Dang
side
it.
closest to me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come in here and I'm just going to stick it in to about like that. See how I just have one cross?
Actually, I don't have the same tool.
Uh-oh. So here's what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little, I don't even have to close it. I just put it in there like that. I pull it out and it threads the leg. Boom. So there's one leg in place. So then I just go one more checker over, I think, like that. So this is just the next available slot. I'm going to come up here and I'm going to pass it through just a little bit, pull that, and then we're going to do one more on the next cross section available and put in our third back leg. So this is what Tim's talking about. A lot of people would say, well, you know, those are going to just pull right out of there. What happens when you add super glue to this is those legs underneath the mesh become one big hard piece. And they're not going anywhere. So you're just going to super glue the heck out of these. Just like that. Boom, boom, boom. And I have back legs in place. Look, it looks like a little maybe reindeer of sorts at this point.
You know, one thing that we should mention in here is that I see a lot of people that epoxy like the whole bottom of this fly.
Oh yeah, it makes it useless.
It makes it useless because the beauty of this thing is that you don't have to put a lot of weight and it sinks quickly because the water runs right through that mesh. That's the whole purpose behind using the mesh. So if you put epoxy in the body, it's not gonna sink as well, and probably
Right.
flip over too.
100%. That is it. The water flows up through, so it has a real
Yep.
natural falling motion. Anyway,
Yes. So you don't want to block that mesh with epoxy.
right, and you can see how little of the actual mesh I blocked with these legs. They're just like right on the edge.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's where I'm sitting. It's time to turn the time over to who? Tim?
Yeah, I guess me. Gosh, behind the 8 ball once again. So I for the legs. Let's see if that's.
Oh, we didn't mention what the leg material is, guys.
Well, that's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
You can use larger legs, but I'm using the Ultra Chenille in micro for the smaller sizes. I don't think you need micro. You could get away with the extra small maybe, or whatever the next size up is. But for this size, I'm really going with the fairly small. I have a bunch of legs already kind of cut to length. You don't have to cut them to length, by the way. You could just feed them through. I do have a slightly different tool that I've recently for me, it's almost indisposable on my tying bench. It's a gated needle. And I use it for pulling legs, through poppers. I use it for knotting pheasant tail fibers into legs. Just a really, really cool tool for doing stuff like this. And it works about the same as that thing that Cheech has. And you just pull them through.
Yeah, those are cool.
Oops. And so same exact thing as Cheech. I'm just going to find that next little diamond down on both sides. Get those pulled through. This guy's with a camera in front of me is not easy to do. Can't see what I'm doing.
Well, we can't see what you're doing either.
Yeah, I know. Now can you see what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Is this the part where you're throwing Drew under the bus usually for the camera malfunctions?
No, this is all me.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're starting to take some of the blame.
Yeah. He's watching this horror show.
What up, Drew?
And again, the hit it hard with the super glue here. not too hard, but I could not believe when I first did this how well the legs held with the chenille and the plastic of the mesh. It just really kind of blew me away. Very cool. All right, there's my little reindeer.
Very nice.
See if I can zoom in a little on the reindeer.
Okay. I am using the same kind of stuff, Ultra Shield, and I wish I had the micro because I'd like it better for the legs, and I'd use a bigger one for the claws, but I don't. One of the things I recommend if you're using this and it's in a ball like I do is before you tie in your legs, just stretch this so it stays straight.
You're putting some torque in that. Dang.
Yeah, well, I had it in a big ball, so it was kind of bad. And
I'm just
unlike
interested in
Cheech,
strength.
I don't measure them now because I can cut them later. So I'm just gonna estimate. I'm not as fancy as Cheech. But I'm sorry to disappoint everyone that I'm going to basically do it the same way those guys did it. And I have the special tool somewhere. Here it is. And I'm going to, I like to fold that back first. So I'm going to find the first area and pull my leg through. I've got a really fine one, so I have to kind of.
There he said he's got fine legs.
Fine legs. No, I've got a really fine special tool. See, those are too long, but I'm gonna cut them afterwards and trim them to shape. And then I come down a little bit more. Maybe not the next square down, but maybe. That looks good enough. And hook it around there. Cool the way that closes.
Yeah,
I guess if I were a crocheter, I wouldn't think it's cool because that probably automatically happens. But for us fly tiers, it's kind of a revelation, right?
Jared says he used the same tool for making pheasant tail legs. I think
Yeah.
that's his legs. Yep. That's
Yeah,
cool.
I've seen Tim do that on his video too.
yeah, and if you go to order them online, this tool they're called nitpickers, or a latch needle or a gated needle.
I got a set of three different sizes. Did you get that set?
I got one that's like 5 different sizes, and it was so cheap.
The premium set.
Yeah.
That was
So
a guttural roar from Rosenbauer when you heard.
Maybe not a reindeer, but now the one thing I do differently here is I don't super glue these yet. The reason is that if I screw up one of these legs when I'm burning them, I can't take it out.
Good point.
So I'm going to super glue it at the end. So I'm done here.
Fair enough. Well, ready for the next round. Okay. I think I need this view again. So I'm going to tie the claw now. I've prepared a few. You can imagine me tying some of these. Let's see. I've just got like a little loop tied in to some chenille about that far. But there's a little trick that you can do to make sure that your knots stay right. Because you got to pre-tie the knot before you thread it through, and it's a huge pain in the butt. This is maybe one of the hardest parts of this fly. So in order to make sure that my knot stays right where I want it, I tie one side and then I lay it down. So I want my claw knots to be 24 millimeters apart.
Oh my God.
And I'm just going to make 2 little dots right there.
Not 24.5?
No. This is not a 3/0. It's a 2/0, okay? All right. So Tim had a cool video on this. I don't have my tweezers, but you can just like pinch them in your tweezers and fold them around, and Tim's going to probably show you that technique. So I'm going to struggle to just thread them. Oh, come on. There we are. Okay. So as I tighten this knot, I'm going to make sure that those little tabs of thread make it into the knot. And if I just cinch that with those little tabs of marker inside the knot, then I end up with perfect distance between the knots. You can pre-measure these little arms all you want. I found that it's all about the knot distance and finding a good way to get that to happen. All right, so once I have that, I'm going to thread those on here. So I'm going to come out pretty wide on the claws, maybe out here, and I want those to come out maybe right there. Maybe one more in. Right there. So that's where my claw will sit. And I'm going to just thread that little loop through there. And on this one, I'm going to have to turn it toward me a little bit, but I think you can see well enough. Is you kind of wiggle this and you have to go back and forth. And what will happen is it will open up the tubing a little bit, and you can pull the claw through. Now this is the hard part, doing this in live, because is it going to work? There you go. So the knot went through. Now I'm just going to wiggle it through on the other side, repurpose all my meshy mesh. And this one I won't glue quite yet. I'll let him sit just like this, and I'm going to trim his little claws about like that. Now, I do pre-measure these back legs, but that's not how long they're going to stay. That just is a measurement to give me a working length to do other stuff with them. So anyway, that is how I am going to end up with my claws in place. And I think it's somebody else's turn.
I think it's my turn, and hopefully that camera's going to come up. So yeah, I can. This is how I knot my legs. I have, or my claws. I have a fairly long strand, and I'm going to double it over and make a loop, and then I just take that same tool, stick it through, grab the end, pull it through, make it tight, and there's the craw. Now,
not craw.
yeah, it's the craw.
Not craw.
Oh, that was so good.
We're dating ourselves too.
Yeah,
That's even too old for me.
Yeah. Well, the old Get Smart TV show.
yeah. Oh, that was such a funny episode too.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I do mine a little differently. I do it one craw at a time, and there's a reason for that.
And what is the reason, Tim?
Well, I'm going to have to show you, actually. This can be a little problematic, pulling this one through. We'll see what happens. Come on, you. There we go. So there's one. And I know this is weird, but I need to go a certain way.
Is this a Tenkara crab? We didn't sign up for this.
It's not a Tenkara crab.
The only flies I see in backwards and vices are Tenkara flies.
You know what? I'm going to just make another leg real quick. Another craw. Because it was so much fun. Let's watch that again. Because I know some of you missed it. So we go through the hole, open up our gated needle, and pull that through. I'll snip this and burn it later.
Burn the whole thing.
Oh, you know
Light
what?
it on fire.
It's coming. Just hold on.
It's been known to happen.
I know. We're going to go through.
Oh,
Watch.
you're going to put two craws in.
Yeah.
Oh.
But there's a reason for it.
To make it more bulky so water won't go through it. I see.
Well, I knew that's what you were going to say, but that's not the reason.
Need some help?
Oh, yes.
Pottery tool probably would work.
Oh, enough.
Now you're stuck. Now you're stuck inside there.
Uh-oh.
Now I'm trying to just focus. Would you
He's trying to invent a 4-clawed crab. That would be like...
You're doing what I thought I was going to do, Tim.
Well, golly, there we go. So the reason for doing my claws like that separately, and I think this is pretty cool. You can make them just by pulling on the different chenille things. So watch his little arm. If I pull on this one, it cups in like that.
Cool.
Okay. And so you can do whatever you want there. And so we're going to...
So it's twice the work for a little bend. Got it.
Clever.
You see that?
Yeah, I like it.
So you can make your claws do what you want them to do rather than... And then I am going to... do that. So it's not inhibiting the flow that much through the crab.
No,
not really.
You're gonna cut those ends off, or you're gonna have a?
I'm gonna let the
many-legged crab.
Yeah, you should just let those hang out. The armpit claws.
Fish can't count.
I'm gonna let that adhesive dry just a little bit more before I make those.
No wonder your stripers eat that thing.
Because it looks good, you mean?
Looks nuclear. Now it looks good.
Ouch. Oh. Those little Gamakatsus are sharp.
Yep.
And then we'll just give him a quick little singy. And we're good to go. Little fighting crab.
Ah, nice.
Okay, done.
All right. Whew. So I'm going to take a long piece of this stuff, stretch it, and I do my claws differently. So first, I'm going to take the open end and tie a knot in it.
Well, and yes, I just saw a comment. You can leave one claw bigger than the other if you want. Most crabs have one that's a crusher and the other's a pincer.
Okay, so I've got a knot in one.
You guys are not going to pull a knot through the mesh like the original showed. You guys are just going to bail out on that because it's hard.
Yep, you're exactly right.
I'm disappointed in both of you right now. Both of you.
Yeah.
You and you.
I didn't see any reason to pull a knot through there. Not one.
I didn't either. But
maybe to show that you're a freaking professional.
I'm going to do it differently.
The bonus crab legs cost more at Red Lobster.
So I could just hook this. Does that show? Yeah, I could just hook that loop, pull it through. And now what I do is I pull this all the way into there. And unlike Cheech, I don't have a 32.5 millimeter length claw, but I can tie a knot here. I can use the tool too, but I've left enough so that I can just maybe.
Yeah, it looks very easy.
For somebody like me, it is Cheech, and then I'm gonna
I know, I'm just in awe of the
bring
ease
this
at
down,
which you move about the vise.
and then I'm gonna pull that tight,
Ooh.
and then I can just even those out.
Is anybody still watching? I mean,
Hey,
I think we need a calendar rather than a clock for this one.
Yeah, really.
I
Okay.
think they'll appreciate this. This is a tough one.
And speaking of that, are we putting in a weed guard?
I'm not. Let's leave the weed. I don't
Yeah,
put weed guards on mine. Let's leave it off.
Yeah, let's skip the weed guard.
Yeah. Okay, that'll save us a little time.
Yeah.
It'll save us a day or two.
Yeah, because I really want to color mine. I'm itching to color it.
Well,
We can.
so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to throw eyes in there, and then I'm going to color it, and then I'm going to singe it. Okay, so I'm just going to finish it. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to make my own eyes out of some monofilament. So I'm going to take a purple lighter. It has to be purple. And I'm just going to burn the end of, Brigham's like, move it out. Sorry, Brigham, chill out. So I'm just going to make a little bulb like this. And I have pre-made a few of those. No, I didn't. Never mind. Doesn't take much time. And so I'm just going to make a few of those. And what we're going to do with this is you're just going to take a black marker and just color that black. I use this size Sharpie because it feels like a normal pen in my big old gargantuan hands. Color those black. Boom, 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 boom. Now we have eyes. Kind of. At this point, I'm going to take some medium viscosity resin, and I'm going to make a dollop of resin around that eye.
Is that UV? I'm going to have to leave the room if you're. Oh no!
I was trying to make you itch. Look.
Oh, my
take
eyelids.
Take that.
Oh.
Look right in. Look.
Ouch.
You're gonna fry Brigham's sensor.
That's all right. I think his sensor was fried a long freaking time ago.
I'm glad you said it.
What do you have to say for yourself, Brig? You're just sitting there taking it.
By the way, I pre-made my eyes, so I don't have to go through this step.
Yeah.
Well, this is what I wrote here. I need to show this to you. So, what does this say?
No, it's good. You show
it says, "Make your own eyes, noobs." Okay, that's what I put on there before you even said that. All right, so to get these to stay in here, I'm going to make a little bit of a nick right under the eye. So I'm going to make this kind of a rough surface, and there's a reason for that. I'll show you why. These eyes are very, very durable. They won't come out this way. So smash them down, and we'll go back to the fly. So I'm going to put these eyes in, let's see, one right here, and one right here. This is a cool fly for this. I mean, because you can just kind of build it however you want. Okay, so two little beady eyes like that. And to place these, I'm going to use thin UV resin. Leave the room, Tim, please. This is like our live tie-offs. All right, so, and with the thin resin, I'm just going to coat underneath this eye a little bit. Okay. So I'm going to coat underneath the eye, and then I'm going to pull that down, and I'm going to let it sit for a second. That thin resin will go underneath the mesh. Oh, I just pulled an eye through. Look at that.
Oh no.
That's all right. It's all right. That resin needs to really seep in. So again, I'll put some more resin on this one and pull that down. And as soon as this seeps in just a little bit, I'm going to hit that with my light, just like that. And then maybe do a little tiny bit more resin around the base of this. And what that does is it kind of creates a hard foundation that goes under the mesh and kind of hits that rough portion of the monofilament, and it makes it so it won't come out. I need to do that again. I need more resin in there. Isn't this what I did in our tie-off, Tim?
Yeah. Oh dear.
Maybe add a little super glue too.
Maybe I will leave my freaking light on there longer. There we go. See how bouncy that is now?
Yeah.
They're not coming out. All right. I just didn't cure it long enough. All right. So those are in there. Those eyes are placed. I'm going to come here on the bottom and I'm going to cut the bottoms of those eyes out. And this is when I'm going to put a paint job on it. Okay. So I just want two little tiny black dots there. I mean, they have eyes, but it's not really a giant prominent feature. At this time, I'm just going to grab 3 legs at a time like this, and I'm going to make a stripe with it's like a dark olive. It's a sepia marker. See that? I made stripes across like that. I'm going to do that on the other side. Boom, boom, boom. And then on the claws, I'm going to color it on top and on bottom, bottom, and top. Now, on these, I'm going to add color on the bottom as well. So I'm going to color all the way on the edge of one of these legs so that when I turn it upside down, I can see the markers where my lines go. See that? I know I got to put a line right there, a line right there. I can't see from over there. Sorry, I'm gonna just trust me. So that adds a little bit of breakup to the crab, and then I'm gonna add a little tiny bit of blue as well. So I'm gonna come in between that dark olive line, a really light dash of blue on both sides, just like that. Now I can trim those and I'm ready to singe this. So I can make mine a fighting crab too, Tim. You just got to set it right. So once I have it here, I'm just going to take those legs and I'll trim them about like that. And then like this. And I should be able just to singe these legs all in one shot. Just kind of come in here and round them off. See that?
Brave.
Pretty tough, right? So if I just hit this with the lighter, I can see it puts a nice little point and a little bit of texture on those claws.
You're pretty handy with a lighter, aren't you?
Yeah.
A lot of practice. They don't call me Cheech just because I speak Spanish, boys. All right, so one final thing. I'm going to use the tip of my finger, and I'm just going to put a little tiny bit of red. It's just going to blend in with that little dark spot there. Just add a little tiny bit of depth. So once that's in there, I will add super glue, and it's going to glue in with that resin as well that I put in there. And I really want to kind of soak it in. So there's a lot of super glue right there. That's going to seep in there. And we have our finished Flexo Crab, Alphlexo Crab. Alec
Nice.
Quebec ready. So there you have it. That's how I do it.
Very nice. All right. I guess I'm up. Shoot. Okay. This is camera 3. So I kind of do the same. I'm using hard mono to make the eyes. I did prep these. These little guys are burned at the end, and then I just use Sally Hansen hard as nails in black, and I'm gonna hopefully just drop them in. I kind of, for me anyway, I don't really like them on top of the crab. I'm more of a like kind of right in betwixt their claws, if you will. And I'm not going to do anything fancy gluing wise. This is just going to be more of the same with the super glue. Just kind of jam those suckers in there. Give them some little eyes, and then they kind of crisscross in there. And again, just that whole mix of monofilament, that plasticky mesh, and then the chenille under there. Everything just glues together real nice. Make sure that that's dry. I'm going to move over to color this guy. Actually, let's get the legs the correct length first. I need some good scissors here. I'm just going to go like that. Kind of whack them off at the same length. About like that. And then I, just because it's so much fun. Yeah.
Oh, I was going to use one of those.
This one's running out of juice.
Please go too far in there.
Oh, little flexible.
A candle lighter.
Yeah. That little electrical thing is so freaking cool.
Yeah.
Ooh, that one almost got away from
that one. That one did.
That one was close.
And if that super glue decides to catch fire, you've got a real problem.
You'd have to hold it on there so long for it to catch on fire.
Yeah. Anyway, so all I'm going to do is, this is the upside of the crab, right? I can zoom in a little. Is that what you're asking for? And get focused. So those of us that live somewhere near a coast know that crabs are really only colored on the top. The underside is pretty much white.
Heaven forbid your crab tumble on the way down.
Well,
this is just an excuse for not putting colors on the bottom.
no.
You know, you could have used that desert camo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's up with the desert camo on the bottom too? It's too dark, isn't it?
It would be, yeah, for the naturals.
Oh,
And
man.
so, and then
I'll paint it white.
This is the atomic Jersey striper crab.
yeah, little couple dots on the old knuckles, and then the piece of resistance. Ouch. Orange, yeah, because the orange is kind of more an orangey red, and on this is supposed to, for me anyway, is supposed to imitate a calico crab, lady crab. And so I just take in some dots with the orange, and then some dots with the brown.
Cute.
Yeah, because they're, they got to blend in with their environment.
You have a Cleveland Browns crab.
That's it. So we'll put this little fella back in the vise.
Nice.
Nice work.
Get him all
And it's
focused
nice that
up.
his eyes are on the very bottom, so the fish won't be able to see him when it's landed.
Okay. Do you really think their eyes are on the top of the crab?
Well, the fish, why put them on there if they're going to be on the bottom? This is how the Flexo
They'll see
Crab
him
is
from the
tied,
side. They'll see him from
just
the
like
side.
this.
All right. I got to get cranking here. All right. So first, I am going to trim my legs too. Okay, yeah, and I can't pull too hard because I didn't super glue them yet, just in case I screw up. All right, so I'm going to put the eyes on last. Cheech, just for you, I got
Yes.
my cautery tool, and
Yes.
I'm going to just carefully shape each one of these.
Carefully shaped.
Less chance of accidental burning.
It's really not that hard with the lighter. You just need to move your hand fast.
Yeah, well, I'm slow.
And then it tapers them into perfect little points with the lighter, boys. Like a crab.
I can taper these too if I want to.
What would be really cool is to kind of mash those very rear things like they're little flippers, but I didn't get
And
that.
now I'm going to take a chance and
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That is wild, Rosenbauer.
Wow. Get the burn butter.
No doubt. Get a bucket of ice and some
look at
Tylenol.
that. Look at that, boys.
Cool.
And then I have to trim these claws a little bit. Oops. I haven't super glued those yet. And then, of course, the fighting crab. Sorry if I got my hand in the way. You guys know how hard this is to get in there.
That's really cool that a half dozen of people have stuck out this long.
on YouTube, it says there's 73.
181 people are still watching. Believe it or
Wow,
not.
really?
Yeah.
I
Okay.
am
So
shocked.
eyes, and I like my eyes on the side too, Timmy. So I'm with
No,
you.
Tim's are on the bottom. Bottom.
Oh, okay.
Tim's are on the
Yeah.
bottom.
If you look at a crab, the eyes come out right where the legs where
Come
the
out.
claws come out.
Like that.
And I made my eyes a little differently. What I do is I burn the end of the mono, and then I gotta make sure they come out from the side there. I burn the mono, and then I dip the burnt end of the mono in black epoxy, and then I keep dipping them. I'll dip them 3 or 4 times to build them up a little bit. Big eyes, huh? How's that look? Oh yeah.
So those are going to be on the top just like mine.
Yep. Yeah.
They're pretty
The right
close.
way. It's the right place, right,
The
Cheech?
right place. Yep.
They're pretty close set, though, aren't they? Kind
It's
of
like
like
right where the claws
yeah.
come out. Oh, yeah, that's the arachnid crab.
I was going to say the incest crab, but
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a little much there, buddy.
just the thought.
And then I do have to. Oh, first I gotta turn the eyes off.
Uh-oh.
He's fine. And then I'm going to put this down on the table and do the leg markings. I'm not too precise with these because I don't think the crabs have precisely modeled legs.
Well, we can't see anything, so the precision, I don't know what's going on. Did your camera cut out, Tom?
Yeah. Good. Let's see if it goes back on. Battery exhausted.
That typically means that you're out of juice.
Yeah. Okay, I'll put it back in. I'll put it back in here. I'll do them here. Actually, I only need them here because that's the only side they're going to see. That's good enough. And then a little red on the claws.
Tom's whispering sweet nothings to his crab.
No, that's Tim.
Such a good little
That's-
crab.
Well, Tim, what has gotten into you? You're a wild man on this one.
Okay. I'm done.
I'm gonna leave mine on the paper because I think it looks. That's where it's gonna land on the bottom.
Well, I'm going to leave mine in the vise so they can see every tiny little detail of everything that I tied on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Every detail.
David, do we have the voting up? If anybody's still here.
Watch this.
All right, voting is about to go up. So be sure it's up on Instagram for those who are watching. Go to the Orvis Fly Fishing Instagram story, and you can find the link there to vote if you've been watching on Instagram. The link is about to be posted to the chat here.
Go vote.
And
This
on
was
Facebook.
a fun one, guys.
Yeah. Lots of fun.
Lots of fun.
Some good questions. Definitely some great audience. People stuck around. They want to see more saltwater flies, I think.
Oh, really? Good. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
Allegedly.
Allegedly, yes.
Oh, man.
What was that, Joan?
Hey, Mr. Crab, do you think mine's the best? Yep. Yep. What about Tom and Tim?
Oh.
Let's see what the bottom looks like.
So if you're voting here in the comments, be sure you click the link and
Eyes
actually
right on the bottom. Yep.
Right in front.
At that angle, show it from a different angle. They're on the bottom. They look like udders off a cow, bro.
Oh. Oh, it bit
No
me.
more fixing. Oh, yeah. Tim, I dare you to take a bite out of that crab claw there, buddy.
They're tough.
Oh, man. Tom, yours is definitely going to get eaten first, though.
Why?
Because they know it's not going to swim away.
This is a cripple.
The quiggly crab.
This is a quiggly crab. Yep.
for those of you who are voting in the comments, just by putting your vote down, be sure you click the link. If you're watching on YouTube, it should be posted in the comments. Same with Facebook, and on Instagram, it's on the Orvis Fly Fishing story. You can find the link there. If you're watching on Tightline Video Productions, they also, or Tightline Productions, they also share it on Facebook.
I don't need to hang around for the voting.
Yes, you do, Tom. People love the arachno crab. Rosenbauer's arachno crab. This is where we jostle for position, like bodybuilders. I'm going to show you what I would do if I were doing a weed guard on this, just to kind of show you the harness. I take a piece of monofilament and I bend it like that, and I just shove it through the crab from the bottom, through the mesh to the top, and secure it down.
Like this guy. Move over. That's my weed guard.
My weed guard's usually a Stanley lock, but this is the one that's right now.
Break dancing.
Yeah, see, your eyes look good on that second one.
Which is the first one and which one's the second one? That's the
The
question.
one with the weed guards.
Oh, yeah. There's
Yeah.
that.
See that? Yeah, that's the thing.
Does my
Mr.
crab
Crab.
really look crippled?
Well, I don't think so, Tom.
It's kind of the close set eyes, though, that, you know, if it
Yep.
decided to run away, it wouldn't know which way to go.
Exactly.
Well, that's
It
what they
looks
do
like-
when they're scared. Their eyes get closer together.
Ah, that's what it is.
Yeah.
See, and this guy's got heavy eyes, too. That's another little teeny bead with the mono.
Tom, you could be an artist for Squidbillies, though, with that one, I think.
You
It's
know,
it's an animated series, so some viewers will know it.
I don't think I could be an artist for anyone.
You just made an arachno crab out of your pure imagination.
You got little.
Alan can't find the link to vote. How
Oh,
many
boy.
times did you post it, Davis?
It's been posted several
Alan,
times.
yeah, just look above.
Yeah, if you're on, it looks like, Alan, you're on YouTube. You're going to scroll down in the comments that are beside the video or below the video, and you'll see that Orvis shared the forum a couple times. We'll give this a couple more minutes before we share the results. They're pretty overwhelming right now we have a very solid winner on this one.
Thank you, thank you, thank you.
It's because Tim
Thank
shared
you,
it on
everyone.
the camera. Gosh dang it. The arachno crab better win.
It's not gonna win. I got news for you.
I do like the jointed legs in the back. That was a ballsy move to do that, Tom. First of all,
Yep.
you could have sheared one of those things off.
No, actually, it's really hard to burn that center core of that chenille.
Really?
So
And it just
it's not.
I gotta try that.
Tom,
It's not as hard as you think.
Are you using the Fulling Mill Ultra Chenille?
Oh God, I don't know. It's some old stuff.
I was using Wapsi, but
because I know the Fulling Mill has some gel core stuff or something, and it seems stronger.
I have no idea.
So
it
you just put the cautery tool like right near it?
Yeah, you just touch it. You just bend it the way you want.
Oh,
just touch it
like
on
that.
the inside. Try it.
Yeah, I just did.
You've already won. Anyway.
Wow. I wouldn't be so sure about. Oh, almost burned myself. That's cool.
Yeah.
It's not that cool. Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. It's cool.
That's pretty cool.
Give me at least something, Cheech.
No, I did. I said it. It was ballsy to do that on film.
Look at that.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I like that a lot. Crazy.
I think it looks more lifelike.
All right. Well, we've got 100 responses to the form right now, which is pretty good. I don't think it's going to change. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen so that we can see.
Oh, please don't.
We can see the results.
Show it. Read them and weep.
And the winner is Tim.
Yes.
This is rigged.
Of the vote. So I don't know. Maybe it was the creation of your own eyes or the fancy tools, but you took the win. I think also, Cheech, you're gonna have to share to your channel next time.
Yeah, that's a good point. I won't complain until we do that. But that's why
I think everyone had a.
I still think it's
way of
rigged.
showing the fly.
His eyes were clearly on the belly.
Lose as badly as I thought I would.
No,
We also asked
I'm actually delighted with the results.
the arachno.
We also asked a second question asking what kind of fly that you guys should tie next. And at 32%, the winner is streamer. So it's not a question we've asked before. It's up to whoever's picking the fly next to decide if they want to do that. But the people want to see a streamer next.
Who's picking? Do we know?
Who is
Davis?
that?
It might be you. I have to check.
I think it's it's either Tim or Tom.
Not me.
The Trico spinner was the last one before the Alphlexo flag.
I picked that one. So
Tim, you're up.
Tim's turn.
Okay, well, we'll talk about it, gents. That's
Absolutely.
I've got an idea.
Something with deer hair.
Okay.
I know you hate deer hair.
No, I already got one picked out. Should I tell you what it is?
Yeah, do it. Say it.
An Andino's Deceiver.
Is that a saltwater or a freshwater?
It's both. It's also Golden Dorado is the big one.
Andino, I don't know that pattern.
Andino's Deceiver. It's like a deceiver, but it's got a deer hair head on it.
Andino means in Spanish from the Andes. So I think we just ran out of battery on that camera, Brig. But and it means like a deceiver. Andino means from the Andes in Spanish. So that's why they call it that. It's a South American deceiver they use for Golden Dorado. So
dude, I thought the guy's name who invented it was Andino.
No, Andino just means someone from the Andes.
Jeez.
Nosotros vamos a pescar el deceiver andino.
It's a cool fly, Tom.
It's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Somebody,
can we
somebody
go
named
freestyle with it? Like any colors?
Freestyle. Yeah.
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 Nice big
EA
hook.
Flyco said I should get a chance to pick, and if I was gonna pick, I would pick what Colorado Flyfish just said: drunk and disorderly.
Oh,
Whoa.
jeez. You
That could be
talk
just
about
as
it.
long.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
talk about a
we
2-hour
need 2
fly.
days. Yeah. we
Yeah.
need 2 days to try that.
Well, thank you everyone for tuning in across Instagram and YouTube and Facebook. We will announce the next tie off here in the next week or so. So stick around, and thanks for watching and voting.
And thanks for the win there, guys. Checks in the mail.
Yeah. Freaking, you better pay up too.
Yeah.
Piss me off.
Thanks, everybody.
Thanks.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, guys.